Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Baby Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. It's been exhausting. But it's been not too bad. I had to get up and go to the doctor today, my regular doctor's appointment. I had to go once a month and get a B12 shot. Plus he, likes to see my face apparently. Checking my weight, checking my A1C to make sure that I'm still in diabetic remission. So I'm still in the normal range. So it's still in remission. So there's that. That comes with the weight loss, the surgery, the weight loss surgery I had, which was gastric bypass, the whatever. I don't know, Roux-en-Y or whatever. I don't know. Today's an off day for me. I'm just having one of those off days. But mentally, I think I'm just a little bit off today. But I'll be okay. It's the heat. I think it's the heat. It's got me kind of feeling blah. Anyway, so I was down another 8 pounds according to my doctor from last month. So there's that. That's good news. And so I got the poke in the hip. I don't know why he insists on them giving me shots in my hip when the other doctor, the weight loss doctor, when they get me the B12 shot, it was in my arm. Why? Why? I guess he's just an old school doctor that just prefers to give everything in the hip. Good thing I wore shorts underneath my little dress. This is my dress. I'll show. It's just a little sleeveless dress. Anyway, it's kind of a short dress, so I wear shorts underneath it. That and I'm a tomboy, so me and dresses. I just wore it because it was handy. So when I was looking for clothes, I said, "Oh yeah, that'll do." And then I wore my earrings that my bestie Eva gave me, my peacock earrings, and my old trusty Phoenix necklace. So that rounds out today's outfit. But I'm glad everything went good with the doctor. I did get done with the granny square blanket, and I'll put a picture of it at the end of the video. Hopefully it won't float around when I attach it, hopefully. Sometimes when I use the app, there's an app on the iPhone called iMovie, and it's an app that comes pre-installed on the iPhone, and it helps you edit videos and whatnot, and mainly I use it to attach clips. It's easier, and it doesn't change the size of the video like some other video editing apps that I've come across. They like that CapCut. When I tried to use it, it made my video tiny. So, but if I use the iMovie that's built into the phone, it doesn't make my videos tiny. So I try to use that. I've seen it. I figured out how to put words on the screen. So there's that. Of course, I only figured out how to do it to the beginning of the video and not like in the middle, or just input. Like Mama G Gear does on her videos. She does all these cute little animations to insert things, into certain parts of her videos. She's so cool at that. She's really good at that, inserting certain, little animations and stuff, making fun of herself, and it cracks me up every time I see her do that. It's like, man, how does she do that? When I figure out how to do that, okay. But it's going through and trying to figure out what I'm saying in each clip. So that's if I knew how to play the video to the point of figuring out, oh yeah, this is where I want to put those words, or this is where I want to do that, or this, But I've been at this 3 years. You'd think I'd have figured that out by now, but no. I guess being a Gen Xer, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I watch too much Instagram videos that there's she, I think she started off probably on TikTok, but she's on Instagram too, and her name's Slim Sherry. And although she does use quite a bit of profanity, but she's hilarious, and she talks about the whole Gen X thing, which is, I forget what the year range is. It's 1960 something to something else. I forget where it ends, but you can Google it, Gen X, you know. But me and the besties are in that category. Definitely Gen X. She talks about how we raised ourselves, and she's not wrong. Drinking from water hoses and leaving the house all day, and coming on when the street lights come on, and you know, not being allowed back in the house until dinner time, and you know, going and playing on death trap playground equipment, and yeah, we did that. And of course, you know, at different times of my childhood, we lived in the country, and I remember when we were kids, one of my cousins, one of the cousins that we were hanging out with at the time, we went, and somebody had a garden, and so we went and we helped ourselves to some bell peppers, beautiful, juicy, big juicy bell peppers, and ate them like apples. We was hungry and nobody was feeding us, so we went and helped ourselves to some bell peppers. We got in a little trouble for that. We weren't supposed to eat those. They should have thought of that. They should have fed us. Instead, we went and fed ourselves from the garden. And you know, and years later, my mother, when I was living with my mother when Will was a baby, and she had a garden, and she had some tomatoes that were ready to be picked, and Will was maybe 2, and he was walking around her garden, and he walked up and found him a ripe tomato, and he plucked that tomato and started eating it like an apple. I said, well, you know that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He's his mother's son. Only with tomatoes instead of bell peppers. And he just eating that tomato like it was going out of style. Nobody got mad at him though, because he was the grandbaby. He probably could eat all the tomatoes and not got in trouble. He still likes tomato like that, but these days he'll slice it up and put a little salt on it or something. But yeah, them were the days when you came home when the porch light was on. Well, I did come home from the doctor's office and have a little Happy Mail in my mailbox, so I'm gonna share that with y'all. Connie Wagner, she sent me a message on Instagram the other day telling me she'd sent me something, and it was literally just a couple of days ago. And then when I come home from the doctor, there was a package, a squishy package in the mailbox, and I was like, first I thought it might have been yarn, but no, it was not yarn, but it was still squishy, and it was still lovely and beautiful, and I'm very happy to have it. Her and her lovely wife Candace sent me this beautiful gift. Said, here's a gift, I hope it brings you joy. And this pretty little stationery, very beautiful stationery. And so she sent me this lovely little baby doll. It's an angel, and it's got wings and everything. And so we're just going to call her Angel because, well, she's an angel. But so pretty. And she's got her little dress and her little feet down here. And so I got to go up here and dust my babies off anyway. My babies I got some Clorox wipes. I'm going to go up there and clean my babies off. They all need cleaning. They just got a little, some dust on them. So I'm going to clean them up and add her to the babies up there. And let her bring me some joy every time I look back there. Thank you so much, Connie. She's so pretty. And she's so squishy. I did think it was yarn until I opened it. I was like, well, this is some so squishy. But she's adorable. And I just love her little wings, her little gold wings, and her halo. So pretty. I don't often get gifted out and out baby dolls, so this is quite a treat. But for now, I'm going to put her back in her little zip bag until I get a chance to clean all the other little babies up with a wet. I'm not going to wash them because I don't want to risk them coming apart or anything. So I got some wet Clorox wipes. Then I'm just going to go over them all real good and put them back there. And she gets to take pride of place with them. And but for now, she came in this cool little zip bag, and so I'm just going to stick her in here so nothing happens to her like dog slobber. Gee, I don't know who might do that. A certain Bag Brigade member, Theo. But seeing as I did finish the Granny Square blanket last night, I went ahead and started Will's birthday blanket. And so here's where we are with that. His is going to be a corner to corner like Johnny's, but yes. I'm starting with this color. And I'll show you what, I took this to the doctor's office with me. I started before I went to bed in the wee hours. But this is Big Twist. This color is called Forest Green. So this is the lighter green that we're starting with. So we got this green, and I'll get the other up here and show you. Let's see. I put them in these plastic bags. I'm in the process of putting my yarn in bags because of the dust factor. This is Varsity Green. And so the other color is black. So it'll be Forest Green, Varsity Green, and black. That'll be his blanket. So I hadn't decided how many rows I'm going to do in each color, or if I'm just going to do a whole skein in each color. But I'm going to go light, dark, and black. So it'll be all this color, and then this color, and then black. And then I'll just, when I get a certain size with the width and the length, then I'll start doing the decreases like I did with Johnny's. Now, I'm going to follow it just like I did with Johnny's because Johnny's was big enough for his whole bed, and that's what I want to do with Will's, is be big enough for his whole bed. This will be his birthday's September 12th. Will's birthday is, I don't know. I know because Johnny's special needs. Johnny's autistic. He's high functioning autistic, but autistic. So I spoil him a little more than I do Will. I probably should be ashamed of myself for that, but I'm not. Because Will can do a lot more for himself than Johnny can. He gets to go and be social and do a whole bunch of stuff that Johnny can't do right now. And so I do more for John than I do Will. But I don't know what y'all think. Y'all could tell me, because I do have a wish list that I did for Johnny's birthday and put that in the description box. Now, I have removed my Happy Mail address. Now, of course, Connie already had my Happy Mail address because she'd sent me things before, but I had a little bit of a security concern, so I removed my Happy Mail address from my description box. So, if you're, I don't get very much Happy Mail anyway, which is fine. I do have my Amazon wish list in the description box, and I update that periodically with things, but I don't expect anything. I really don't. It's not why I do this. I started the channel to connect with people, to make friends, because I have social anxiety. So being in a large social group, being expected to be like if I was in a social group right now, and then it had people looking at me expecting me to make conversation and to present things and do this, I couldn't do it. I can do it to a camera or on a live, but a room full of people, I would freeze up and run. My anxiety's like that. But now one-on-one conversation in public, I'm okay. I'm even conversating with a couple of people, I'm okay. but a lot of people coming up to me all at once freaks me out. So that's how my anxiety works. It makes me just want to run. I run. I turn around and leave. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. I start being short of breath, and I start sweating, and the whole 9 yards, full-blown panic attack. So yeah, that makes certain social situations very difficult. It makes a lot of things difficult, but it is what it is, and I just deal with it best I can. So that's why, when I did started the channel, I just wanted to be able to connect to people that I normally wouldn't have the chance to, and make friends, of course, and have a social circle that I otherwise wouldn't have. And I knew I knew that most of my friends would be digital, that it would be, through Messenger, Facebook Messenger, or Instagram, or email, or, in the comments, or that sort of thing, or even via text, but I was totally okay with that, because at least I'd have someone that I was communicating with outside of my family, and someone that, I could keep myself engaged with, and not go crazy. So, and not feel so alone. And that is something that I struggle with, feeling so alone. But when I engage with you all through the comments, and when I have Amy and Eva and Marcia and other friends that I can message and communicate with, and Cindy, of course, and I don't feel alone. So before YouTube, I was really alone, and I was really sad. So you make me so happy, and thank you for all the love and support that y'all give me. It means so much. I know y'all don't know, y'all may not get that, but it does. It really does, to someone who's, not had a lot of friends, not had a lot of interaction with a lot of people, because I left, when I stopped being able to work, I just, secluded myself in the house and just barely left to go to the doctor or to the grocery store, and that's it. And so when you do that, you don't interact with a whole lot of people. And so this whole channel thing is really opened up life for me. So I don't just do it because I get a little check every month. I do it, for that, because it's life for me. It keeps me going. It keeps me feeling like I have a purpose. Like my interactions mean something, like I'm doing something worthwhile and meaningful, and it keeps me from going to that bad place I was in before I started. So anyway, I had a comment 1 or 2 videos ago. Someone asked me to talk about what I eat. As far as, my diet, as far as since the weight loss surgery and that sort of thing. I'm working on that. I'm having to think about that, because I don't know much about what other people that have had the surgery eat. I just try to stick to a low or no carb diet. I don't eat sugar, or if I do, it's very little. I don't eat a lot of potatoes. I don't eat a lot of pasta. But I do make sure that I get my protein in. I eat lean lunch meat, like thinly sliced smoked turkey. They have it in where you can buy it at Walmart. It's in little containers in the lunch meat department. It's thinly, I think it's classified, it's great. I get the store brand because I'm trying to save money, but it's thinly sliced smoked turkey slices, and I get that, and then I get sliced cheese. Now I don't get the regular yellow cheese. I get that for the boys, but I like Munster cheese. It's spelled kind of funny, but I think it's pronounced Munster cheese because that's the cheese I like. And so instead of making a sandwich with those items, I take the slice of cheese and then I take a slice of the turkey and I roll it up together and I eat that. I eat about 3 to 4 slices of that, and that usually satisfies my stomach. Now I'll eat that as an in-between kind of situation, and sometimes that's all I'll have, because when you've had this surgery, you can't eat full meals like regular people. Like I bought, when I was having the surgery, right leading up to it, I bought these small little bowls to help me with portion control. And that's if I can instill in anything else in you, it's portion control. Like I can still have certain things, I just have to have them, less of them. Like pasta salad. I love pasta salad. I like the bacon ranch pasta salad that you get in a box, but I just have very, very little of it. Like about this much. I have very, very little of it, and I'm totally happy with that. I get my little bowl and I put just a little bit at the bottom, and I come in here and I eat that little bit, and I'm happy. And also I've discovered, because of course you can't eat very fast after you've had this surgery, or else you get sick. You have to thoroughly chew everything. So if you start, even if you don't get the surgery, if you are just trying to cut back, I've discovered that the longer I take to chew something, the more I feel like I've had. If that makes any sense. It's kind of a mind trick. If you thoroughly chew your food and you take longer to chew that food, the more your body or your mind feels like you've had. So you don't have to eat as much. And when you don't eat as much, guess what? You lose weight. So just take your time in chewing. Just really thoroughly chew your food. It will not only help you get fuller quicker, it will help your digestion. It will cut back on heartburn, indigestion, gas. It will help those things. So just thoroughly chew up your food. And another thing that's really bad, that I've discovered that my body hates, is beef. I can't have, for one thing, the doctor hasn't given me permission to have beef or pork, even though I've discovered that I can have pork. I just have to fix it in the crock pot, and it has to be cooked about 12 hours. Then I can have it, but I don't have very much of it. I eat it in moderation. I eat it on tiny little buns, and just one. I have like one little barbecue sandwich on an itty bitty bun with some pickles. I eat pickles a lot because it regulates sugar. Like there's sugar in barbecue sauce. There's sugar in a lot of things. So I'm trying to keep my sugar at an even keel, but the vinegar and pickle juice and in the pickling process will regulate sugar. So that's why if I'm going to have something sugary, even just a little bit, I will go and have a couple of pickles, or even drink a little pickle juice, and it will offset that to where it doesn't make me get sick, because it doesn't, like, not a normal diabetes reaction. It actually will make me nauseous. So but I've discovered if I drink a little pickle juice or have a couple of pickles, then I don't get nauseous. So it's just an offset, it just helps offset it. And so it's just some tricks that you learn, and everybody's going to be different. That's the thing about this surgery, having gastric bypass, and in my diet, what works for me may not work for the next person. It makes it very tricky. Excuse me, and something is irritating my allergies again. Yes, I always have paper towels nearby because I never know when my nose is going to be drippy. Excuse me, y'all. But of course I eat the lunch meat and the cheese, and then I eat a ton of fruit, which strangely enough I think has been good for my skin, even though I have been using some stuff for my skin. Let's see if I can find it over here somewhere. Oh Lord, there it is. I use oil of Olay usually, but I also have been using this that I found at Ollie's, really cheap, and I put that on my skin before I go to bed. But I also noticed that since I have been eating a lot of fruit this summer, that my skin looks better. Like some pictures that I took a few months ago, I looked old. My skin didn't look as good as it looks now. So I don't know if it's because of the fruit that I've been eating so much of, or because I'm not consistent with this. I forget a lot of times. I do it a few times a week. I remember a few times a week. So I'm not consistent with that. So it can't be that, because I'm not consistent enough with it. That's why I think it's the fruit that is making my skin look better. That and these vitamins. I am consistent with these vitamins. So I guess this could be helping me too. It's the Walmart brand of hair, skin, and nails. And I chew 2 when I get up, and then I have 2 later in the day. So this is probably helping. I know it's making my nails grow like crazy. So it's definitely helping my fingernails grow, which makes no difference to me. I just clip them off anyway, because I have a tendency to scratch in my sleep. And so I just clip my nails short again. But it's good to know that they're healthy enough to grow fast. And my hair seems to be not as thin as it was. It seems to be, doing better. But I don't know, I don't know how to help as far as food goes, but that's kind of, I eat a lot of fruit. Strawberries and cherries seems to be the main thing I do eat, but I'd also eat bananas and canned peaches if they're canned in their own juices without a lot of sugar. You don't want, you try to, just main thing is to stay away from a lot of sugar, stay away from a lot of starchy type stuff like potatoes and heavy pasta eating. I don't eat a lot of pasta, and I don't eat a lot of bread, like the lunch meat with the cheese without bread. I'll just eat that by itself without bread. I'll have bread maybe once or twice a month, and pasta maybe once a week. So you just have to know portion control is the main thing I can help you with. Is really where it's at, portion control, and then thoroughly chewing your food. Just really, take your time chewing, and make sure you chewed it, really good, especially meat, especially chicken, because it'll help with your digestion, and of course it'll do that little mind trick that you've had more food than you actually had. You get fuller better, and you stay fuller longer. Therefore, you eat less, and you lose weight. So, and of course, drink more water. I drink mostly water. I don't even drink soda every day. I have diet Mountain Dew that I drink a few times a week. I don't even drink it every day. But mostly I drink carbonated fruit flavored water or regular Dasani water. Our tap water here is terrible. Otherwise I drink it. But yeah. But water intake is also very good for you, because when you drink a lot of water, it flushes your system of things that aren't good for you, and so it keeps you hydrated, it keeps you flushed. So even if it's flavored water, it's still water. So don't let anyone tell you different. Water is water. It's still good for you. So drink more water. And if you can, cut back on soda if you're a big soda person, because even diet soda still has things in it that could possibly carry help sodium. It still has sodium in it. So, and sodium it will add to your water retention, and water retention is weight. So that's another thing that drinking a lot of water will help you with. If you're a person who retains a lot of water, like with my lymphedema, because that's what that is essentially. Is lymphedema is what lymphedema is it means that I had a condition which for me was back when I was 38. I had to have a full hysterectomy due to uterine cancer, and when they did that hysterectomy, they took some lymph nodes and damaged the lymph nodes in my lower extremities that circulate fluid. And so because those lymph nodes don't circulate fluid properly, it turned into lymphedema, which it causes swelling in my legs. Now, when I lost a ton of weight, it helped that, because when I was 400 pounds, my legs were really bad, especially my left one. It looked like I was carrying around like 30 extra pounds on my bottom left calf, and now it doesn't look like that. So, but high sodium content of things does tend to cause you water gain and water retention. So watch that. Don't salt your food. Just about everything you have, most savory dishes already have salt in them, so there's no reason for you to add salt. Salty food is not necessarily good food. Chips, try to minimize your chip eating. I don't eat a lot of chips. The only thing I eat that's salty are these crackers over here, and I eat a couple of handfuls a day, mainly just to shut my stomach up so that I can make it to the next meal. And Theo eats more of the crackers than I do. I should call them Scooby Snacks or something, right? Because he eats more than I do. But that's okay. I'm always sharing my food with Theo. I come home with the popcorn chicken from Walmart. Guess who ate half of it? Theodore. But that's okay. I'm okay with that, because that means I didn't eat any more than I should have eaten. I ate less than half of the little cup of popcorn chicken because Theo ate it. But I got rid of my hangry feeling. And that's something you don't want to do, is let yourself get too hungry. So I tend to eat several tiny meals throughout the day. And this is something I've been doing since I came home from surgery, is I eat, several tiny meals throughout the day. And to me, a meal might be a bowl of fruit, and then a couple hours later I might have one of those lean cuisine meals, and 3 or 4 hours later I might have a couple of slices of lunch meat and cheese. That I just space it out, and then in between that I'm drinking tons of water. So just tiny meals throughout the day, just a bite here, a bite there, just to keep yourself going and keep you from getting too hungry. But yeah, lots of water, lots of fruit, and chew very thoroughly, and it will help with gas and indigestion a lot. I used to have a whole lot of indigestion and a whole lot of gas that I don't have now, because I chew my food so thoroughly and I eat slower. You have to eat slower when you have the surgery. It forces you to do that. So I'm just saying that those of you that haven't had the surgery, you can still do it that way and still benefit from doing things that way. So, and of course, this is completely just my experience and how I live my life. I'm not recommending these changes. I'm just explaining how I do things. So I'm just sharing with you my experiences and how things are going for me. Whether this helps you or not is completely up to you. I am not a health expert. I am not a dietitian by any means. I just do what my stomach allows me to do. These are just the things that have been working for me since I had the surgery. 8 months ago, 8 or 9 months ago. This is just what's worked for me. It's not necessarily what's going to work for everybody, but this is what's worked for me. And and a lot of people think that when you have this kind of surgery, you're going to throw up a lot. Only if you overeat. Only if you overeat. I've only thrown up once from doing that, and it was because I ate too much fruit, and I only threw up a little. And it's never happened again, because I learned my limit. So, otherwise I don't throw up. I don't throw up a lot, no. The only time I think I was ever really nauseous is when I had that really bad infection after the kidney stone. When I was dealing with the kidney stones, I had a lot of nausea associated with that. That had nothing to do with my surgery or my eating or anything. That was strictly because I was dealing with a really nasty bacteria infection on top of kidney stones. So I had a lot of nausea associated with that, and so that had nothing to do with that. But as far as the weight loss surgery and my eating habits, no, not a lot of puking. No, because you quickly learn your limits, and because you can tell just within 1 or 2 bites of eating a particular food if your stomach's going to like it or not, and if you should continue eating that or not. And that's been my experience ever since I, started being able to eat solid food after the surgery. I mean, I could tell within 1 or 2 bites should I continue eating that or not, because that's how quickly my stomach reacts. So, unfortunately, things that I really want to eat, like when John and I and John and me went out to Eva's for Johnny's fish fry, I couldn't eat the fish. I took 1 or 2 bites and my stomach said, no, Miss Thing, do not eat any more of that. Because my stomach went, ew. And so it wasn't the fish. Everybody else ate the fish and was fine. It was my stomach. So I did not eat anymore. I ate when I got home. And I really wanted to eat that. I really wanted to have that, wild caught, freshly cooked fish. I really wanted it bad. But I couldn't eat it. My stomach was like, no. It made me feel yuck. And it was nothing to do with how it was cooked. Last year, before I had the surgery, when we went out there for a fish fry, I was able to eat it. But now, no. So, it's just a difference in my body's changed. So, I hope this helps somebody. I hope this answers your questions. I'm a creature of habit. I eat the same things. Once I find a set of foods that my stomach is happy with, I stick with that. I don't venture to new things too much, because I've figured out what my stomach's happy with, and I stick within that, within that range. There are certain lean cuisine meals that my stomach is perfectly happy with, but the rice ones, the ones with rice in it, my stomach doesn't like. It likes the ones with the thin pasta, the chicken teriyaki with broccoli and some really thin pasta, and then there's a one that's got like a chicken fillet, a thin piece of chicken, and some roasted potatoes and vegetables. Them the 2 I can eat. So, and then I just drink a ton of water with it because it's got a lot of salt. So I don't add salt because it's already pretty salty, but I just drink a ton of water with it, and that takes, that helps. So my blood pressure was perfectly fine today as well. But yeah, I mean, if you just know that if you eat things with a lot of salt in it, just make sure you drink enough water to compensate for such things, so that you don't, get the water retention with it, or bloated feeling. A lot of nice ice cold water will help with that. If you don't like plain water, get you some sugar-free stuff to squirt in there, or just get you a nice fresh lemon or lime and cut some slices and squeeze some fresh lemon or lime in there, and go with that. It works. When I go to a restaurant to eat, I get ice water with a lemon. That's what I always get, because I don't want their diet soda or their sugar-free tea. I just want water. But anyway, that's about all I got for y'all today. This is a nice long video about eating. Some crochet and then some eating. But y'all have a good rest of your night. I'm going to go do some pre-recording of devotionals, and I will figure out tomorrow's video tomorrow. But I love y'all, and so does Jesus, and please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.